This is a little tutorial for the Beacon Receiver Interface Code. This is my Beacon receiver. This is, again, the diagnostics model that I'm going to be using, but I want to make certain that all the code and hardware will work. This is the Arduino for the Beacon receiver. It's hooked up to the receiver here, battery, status LED, and there's an LCD screen. Again, this LCD screen is totally optional. The code supports it if you want to throw it on your robot for any reason, but you shouldn't need it. The addition that I have on this little demonstration is this little Arduino. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and you should be able to see a little light flash every once in a while, about once a second or so. And what's happening right now is the Beacon receiver is receiving the Beacon's signal about once a second or once every 2 seconds. And the code that I have running on this is the Beacon Receiver Interface Code. So this is, if you will, your robot. It's talking over SPI, pins 13, 12, 11, and 10. Also, it's listening on pin 0, or the RX pin for the serial port. And then it's going over USB connection to my laptop, and this is the output. The output, you're seeing a lot of 140s. Beacon receiver over SPI is 140. Beacon receiver over serial is 140. But notice this data, and this is, again, I'm trying to simulate the sort of environment that you have working with a real-world system. You'll have a whole lot of 140s, and that's the vector that I'm on currently. So again, 140 times 2 is 280. And you need to make certain to double the value that you receive from your Beacon interface to get the actual compass heading that you're actually on. Every once in a while you'll see a 0, and that just means that it's a invalid reading, or you were polling too quickly. The Beacon receiver didn't have a chance to update information. And specifically over the SPI interface, you'll see a 202, and that 202 indicates that the robot is polling the Beacon receiver too quickly, and the Beacon receiver doesn't have enough time to get a new data point to actually update its heading. So that's a little intro for the Beacon Receiver Interface Code.